The Buffalo Bills have reportedly signed wide receiver Curtis Samuel to a 3-year, $24 million contract worth up to $30 million, including $15 million guaranteed, according to Adam Schefter. You wanted wide receiver help? You got it. You got your wide receiver help, Bills Mafia. You asked, and Brandon Beane delivered. Let's dive in to Curtis Samuel and what he brings to the Buffalo Bills. But before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Check out other content here on the Bills Bunker. It's been a hectic free agency. Not too much going on with the Bills, but they finally made a splash, and I'm excited to make this video. Let's talk. So the Buffalo Bills finally add to their wide receiver room in a more significant way. Yesterday they brought in Mac Hollins, and a lot of people don't even know who that is, to be honest. But Curtis Samuel, 27 years old. We all know Curtis Samuel, right?
Yup!
Samuel has been pretty productive over his last 7 years in the NFL, between his time in Carolina and his time in Washington with the Commanders. And he comes to Buffalo standing in at 5'11", 195 pounds at the age of 27 years old on a 3-year deal. He's ready to make an impact in Buffalo during his prime years. Last season with the Commanders wasn't Samuel's best year. He brought in 62 receptions on 91 targets for 613 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 9.9 yards per reception. But you also have to take into account the quarterback throwing him the ball was Sam Howell. The Buffalo Bills have a much, much better quarterback. In case you didn't know, their quarterback is Josh Allen. He's one of the best in the league. During his time in the NFL, Samuel's played 91 games, bringing in 317 receptions for 3,383 yards and 22 touchdowns through the air. But he's also a bit of a gadget player, because last season alone, Samuel had 7 rushing attempts with 39 yards and a touchdown. But we've seen him accumulate 715 rushing yards on 121 attempts with 7 touchdowns. So look for a bit of a gadget player here in Curtis Samuel, someone who is going to be a valuable asset in the air, but he can also run the ball a bit. So it'll be interesting to see him get some looks there. As a former second-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, Samuel, he's a notable addition for the Bills. He's a very talented wide receiver. He's played with a guy like Cam Newton, so everyone hears about the Cam Newton-Josh Allen comparison. Well, he understands that you have to block, you have to be able to move and adjust on the fly when you have a mobile quarterback like Cam Newton or like a Josh Allen. So that is a very underrated, valuable asset to bring to Buffalo. This is really very exciting news, because the Buffalo Bills wide receiver room, it wasn't really anything to write home about. And I'm still hoping that the Bills go out and make some additions at the position through the draft. I'm expecting they do. I don't know if they go out and draft someone in the first round still, but Curtis Samuel on a 3-year deal, that's an impact player at the wide receiver position. Now you have Diggs, you have Samuel, you have Shakir, maybe Justin Shorter emerges, Mac Hollins. There's players that are reliable options at the wide receiver position, and you're filling out that depth chart. You still got to add some more at the position, though. I understand that. I hope you do too. And I think Brandon Beane certainly understands that. I'm thrilled about the addition of Curtis Samuel, and I think you should be too, because this is, realistically, it's a bit of a splash move when you take into consideration how much wiggle room this team had to play with financially when they entered the offseason. There was no room at all. This team was negative $40 million not that long ago in terms of cap space. So I think Brandon Beane really deserves a lot of credit here. It's been a lot of waiting here in free agency, a lot of refreshing that X post, that X feed, but finally something happens, something comes out of it. Curtis Samuel to the Buffalo Bills. Huge announcement. I love it, but I want to know in the comment section down below, how are you feeling about this addition to the Buffalo Bills wide receiver room? That offense, I feel like it just got a lot better, and it's really exciting. Really exciting stuff. What else do you want to see the Bills do in free agency? And what do you want the Bills to do in the draft? Let me know all that in the comments section below. Stay tuned for more content coming your way, because I anticipate some more moves on the way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Go Bills!